Hey, my name's Derek Diedrichson, author of Humble Home, Simple Shacks, which you've probably seen a million times, but I'm independent, so I got to plug it each and every time. And thank you for your support. Those of you who have bought the book, which is all in micro-architecture, small house, cabin, shack, shanty, fort design, so on and so forth, vacation cottages and whatnot, through RelaxShacks.com. This is another edition of Man with the Ugly Hat. Last time a couple people complained you were too energetic, too wild, too many books, it was too much fun. No, they didn't actually say that, but complain about my hat. That's kind of the whole point. This time around, the turtle scally cap, the Irish style tough guy hat, but in turtle form. Nothing says cool and tough like a turtle hat. I actually could imagine you walk into some blue collar Irish bar, you wouldn't leave with one, but two black eyes, so we'll spare you. Book review-wise, lots of stuff sent my way. We're going to split this into a couple episodes because I just don't have the time. You don't have the attention span. I don't have enough caffeine. For starters, Compact Cabins was sent to me by Gerald Rowan. My 2011 RelaxShacks.com tiny house/shelter hands-on building workshop that we're having this summer with Alex Pino as one of the demonstrators, Mimi Zeiger, author-architect, Dustin Diedrichson, and more. Each attendee now, I'm just announcing this, will be getting a copy of this book, which is a $20 value. This book is, it's incredible. I mean, just loaded with 62 different cabin and floor plan designs, from Quonset huts to, ski houses, shed pitch roofs, hexagonal houses, all crazy like. Really cool book, really fun to look through. That's one of my highly recommended books this time around. Jay Shafer, you all have heard of him. This is his most recent book, The Small House Book by Jay Shafer of TumbleweedHouses.com. My father came over a while back to visit and saw this book and just couldn't put it down because the photographs in here, it almost serves as a catalog of Jay's designs and the stuff he's built in the past, and a lot of building expertise and advice. But just a lot of photos in here, just very vivid, very cool photos of a lot of the micro houses Jay has built and stuff he's seen along his travels around the U.S. and beyond. So, The Small House Book by Jay Shafer, TumbleweedHouses.com. Thank you, Jay. RepurposedGoods.com. Just wanted to give Shelton Davis and crew a plug. I'm teaming up with him. We're going to be giving you some tiny house plans in PDF form down the road. He's awesome. He's from Atlanta. The Pallet Adirondack Chair plans through repurposedgoods.com, a very fun site. The guy's very creative, very passionate about what he does. He sells these packets, blueprint plans for making chairs and other things on his website. Another one of my picks of this episode, Dan Mulfinger. In the past, you've probably seen The Cabin. This book, it's one of those drool-worthy coffee table books of just some immaculate, awesome, super expensive in a lot of cases, cabins, second homes, getaway cottages. I mean, just look at these pictures. It's great. This book I had in the past, but I was sent Cabinology, his more recent book. It's kind of like The Cabin in that it's got a gorgeous layout and just loaded, and I mean loaded with pictures the way books should be. The only thing, I guess my only, not even complaint, is a lot of these cabins seem to cater towards the uber rich, and I am not of that set. But still, that withstanding, I couldn't put this book down. It serves as a tome by which to daydream if I had the money to build these kind of cabins. He does get into some rustic and more affordable cabins, and he's certainly a man who's very passionate about what he does, as well as knowledgeable from the Minnesota area, I want to say, an architect, Dan Mulfinger. Even though I don't have the money to build pretty much any of these cabins, some great ideas in this book, and Dan Mulfinger certainly delivers a cabin book that packs quite the punch, idea-wise, Cabinology. Highly recommend that, one of my highest recommendations this time around as well. Let's see what else. I'm going to have to split this up. I got too many books that were sent to me. Sheds by David and Jeannie Stiles. I can't speak highly enough about these two. I own pretty much all their books. This was sent to me recently. Thank you guys. And we have a contest coming up on RelaxShacks.com, a treehouse design contest with many guest celebrity judges, where we'll be giving away a couple books from David and Jeannie Stiles, some tumbleweed seminar passes, and a bunch of other stuff, like hundreds of dollars of stuff as a design contest. But sheds, if you want to build a shed, I pretty much say this is the book you want to pick up. It's very informative and fun. Just David Stiles, his drawings, they're amazing. He's one of the inspirations, David and Jeannie Stiles, behind my own book. I'm going to leave you with two more. So, Treehouse Chronicles, this is my main pick this time around. Alright, one man's dream of a life aloft. This book reads as a cool, very flowing, humorous at times, informational novel, but it's just loaded with pictures as well, and I like the kind of wide book format. This guy, well, this duo actually, Peter Lewis and TBR Walsh, built a treehouse in Vermont, but a timber frame treehouse. Which, if you ever work with timber framing and that kind of methodology or, carpentry style, it's not easy. I had never really heard in the past of even a timber frame treehouse existing. This is the chronicled adventures of these two taking about 4 years or so to build that treehouse, which I want to visit and film at some point in time. It's incredible. Suzanne Lois, she's an artist from Austin, Texas. She did a residency or stayed down in the Dune Shacks in Truro, Massachusetts, right near P-Town, Provincetown. The Dune Shacks is kind of this age-old community of ramshackle shacks made of driftwood and scrap materials down in Cape Cod, where a lot of artists have written their poems, famous books, you name it. But that's not so much important. She stayed in one of these shacks, wrote a book about it, took a bunch of pictures of these shacks in that area. It's only accessible by foot or by four-wheel drive Jeep. And Suzanne Lois kind of peppers this book with pictures of those cabins and a lot of her artwork as well. I'm almost more fond, I have to say, of her artwork and more intrigued than some of these cabin pictures because I've seen a lot of them before. But this book is pretty cool, and Suzanne Lois is certainly a talented artist. I came for the cabins, stayed for the art, Suzanne. Thank you so much. Eco House. Firefly Book sent me this one. It's all about, it says practical ideas for a greener, healthier dwelling, all about alternative energy, alternative insulation methods, heating methods. There's some stuff in here I pretty much never even heard of. And in terms of buildings, if you like the uber or ultra modern style, the minimalist, where some of the rooms have like one chair and a toilet and that's it, and the room's 400 square feet. Well, not so much, but there's some really wild houses in here photographically. And although that's not so much my style, I still found myself pawing through this and looking at certain design ideas and saying, oh, that's pretty cool. I'd love to incorporate that in a house I build or design. And energy-wise, lots of stuff in here, cutting edge. Energy independence, getting to that. From the Lions Press, I'm releasing my book or re-releasing it down the road through them. And I'm flattered that they wanted anything to do with it. My brother was a big fan of this book, myself as well. It's kind of complex, though. If you're of the energy independence or, understanding 101, alternative energy, peak oil, fuel, other means of heating hot water, solar heating, that kind of thing. I'm rambling here. But, if you're of the 101 sort, this is kind of the next class, one step up. I understood all the stuff, learned much from it, which is kind of the point of a book like this. But it's not easy reading. Very good book. As the phone goes off again. And we'll leave it with that because the phone keeps ruining these takes. My name's Derek Diedrichson. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time because I have to go get the phone. It could be important. Alright, I'm back. And of course the phone call wasn't important. It just ruined my flow, man. But this was getting long. So again, thank you guys for watching. Humble Homes, Simple Shacks through RelaxShacks.com. Shout to TreefortBikes.com for helping me out with some of these videos. Give me some support. They'll have some prizes in our upcoming contest. And we'll talk next time maybe a little bit about No Impact Man. I love this book. Colin Bevan, they made a documentary film on this as well. One man in New York City who chooses to try to live a no-impact lifestyle in the big city. The book's about his successes, his failures, and it's a comical as well as very informational and thought-provoking read from Colin Bevan. Once again, No Impact Man. His website is great. So that, again, wraps things up, as the phone I'm sure will be ringing anytime soon. And as always, check out some of my other videos, especially the real ones with the budget and good cameras on Tiny Yellow House on YouTube or the RelaxShacks.com channel on YouTube. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you around.